How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shayne. I'm back to give you another Kinnikuman Perfect Origin Arc episode review. This episode is episode 1, which technically should be called episode 2, but we won't get into that. This episode is brought to you by me. Ha ha ha. Please, if you want to help me out, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews like this one. And you want to support me even further? The Patreon link's in the description below. Go ahead and click it. Anything you donate is duly appreciated. Onegaishimasu. So, one thing I forgot to mention in my episode 0 recap review was that Suguru's getting married. He has won. He's going to be the king of Muscle Planet. Tiny Mass stayed hid. Face of our new champion. The king there had a kid. Yes, Ultimate Muscle American theme song will occasionally be sung in these reviews. I apologize. No, I don't. So, right now, after the sparring and everything, we get, first of all, intro. Intro's so good. You got all the planets and universes and stuff. It's so damn good. So, Tojo will tell you what the Chojin are, which literally means superhuman. They are there to ensure peace around the universe and to protect mankind. They have powers given to them by God and must never be used for evil. And we get an example of them helping mankind in good old Texas. You have Geronimo, who I can't really tell if he's supposed to be a Native American Chojin, but his name's Geronimo. He does a wild shout, which is strong enough to get rid of massive tornadoes, which kind of wish he was real. About 2 weeks ago, when I had to go 3 days without power because of freaking tornadoes. Thanks a lot, Geronimo. But yeah, we get an example of that. And then we got Terryman going in and stopping a kid and a puppy from getting hit by a train because the dumbass puppy ran on track. And you talking about, I'll give you a spanking, how do? If you do that again, kitty. Oh, Terryman, I love you. Yeah, it's literally wrestling from the 80s. Remember, your wrestlers would stay in kayfabe. That means keeping the storylines alive of who their characters are, whether they're on or off the screen. This is what this is, but it's an anime. The 3 Chojin clans are going to sign a treaty today. There's the Seigi Chojin, who is represented by Terryman, because Kinnikuman is off ruling the planet. He's in space. He's the 58th king of Kinniku planet. And that they're called idol Chojin. Then you have the Akuma Chojin, which I believe are represented not by Buffalo Man, because he's hurt. I'm trying to think who represented them. I put that in my note. Oh, Ashura Man. He represented them. And the Perfect Chojin are represented by Neptune Man, aka Big Budo. Although Big Budo was his partner. And Neptune Man's freaking huge. Like, you see them. Terryman looks like a blonde dude with, some star on his head. And then you have Ashura Man, taller than him. Then you have freaking Neptune Man. It's like, he's massive. But of course, like we saw at the end of episode 0, there's some dudes out in space. These dudes don't need to breathe. Ain't that kind of weird? They don't need to breathe out. It's from the 70s. Who don't think about it. So Robin Mask and the others are healing up in these tanks. And in these tanks, especially because they are on suspended leave, because that last battle from the past that we saw but we didn't see, got them all banged up. Now Terryman got his suspension lifted so he can be representative out there, kissing baby, shaking hands, teaching little kiddies how to do spinning toe holds. But he got I'm just gonna call him Jaeger until I remember his real name. Jaeger, Schneider, Liger Zero, whatever his name is. All of them are in their countries of origin, and the pods cannot open up from the outside. They will only open up once they are fully healed. So you got Jägermeister, you got Robin Mask. He's British. His move is called the Big Ben. It's a torture rack. It's kind of cool. You have Buffalo Man. I have no clue where he's from. I thought he was from hell. You have Wars Man, and then you have Ramen Man. It's pretty obvious where he comes from. And I think those are all the people. Yeah, those are all the guys. So they're all healing up. Meat, he's here, and of course Terryman's like, why aren't you with your buddy? You're his second. He's the Mickey to Kinnikuman's Rocky. He is the Miss Elizabeth to his Macho Man. He is the, I'm trying to think of good trainers, the Paul Bearer to his Undertaker. How come he's not there? Well, Kinnikuman Suguru asked him to stay there and help Terryman and Robin Mask and all the others. I found out some cool information about Meat and the cut-ins. I'll get to that in a second. So they're doing stuff for the kids, but then all of a sudden, these big people come from the sky. By the by, the chairman is a dumbass. Complete dumbass. This episode and next episode, at least mostly this one, proves how much of a dumbass he is. Because he's like, hey, Meat, I can't, hey, you sitting up here, you mad about the treaties and that there's no war? And it's like, no, bro. He's just saying, with all the heroes, like, unable to get out if they wanted to, and they're locked in there, ain't it kind of bad that it's just Terryman? It's not just Terryman, right? They have a dude named Tile Man who looks like bathroom tiles. There is a Curry Man who is literally a urinal with a poop on him. Then there's some other guy. Then there's Special Man who is the parody of Ultraman, and some other guy, I can't remember his name. Yeah, a lot of these characters were created by kids. Like, they did competitions to say, hey, make a character that might show up on the show. A lot of them, I'm gonna guess that shit on top of the urinal man was probably a kid, and if it wasn't, holy shit, literally. So out from the sky, the bad guys come. Dude that looks like Big Budo. See the recap, and they're all like, well, hold on, the treaty says whoever starts a war, they're banished from Earth forever. So you guys are perfect Chojin, right? No, the Perfect Chojin that showed up, they were the advanced guard. We're the real strong ones. We're the big number corps, which means their power level numbers are immeasurable and super high and blah, blah, blah. And can you all explain to me why the chairman decides, and I don't want you to see my notes, he decides to keep, these are also notes, but I won't put them up. He keeps showing them the treaty, like, this treaty here signed by these people. And I'm like, so you keep the actual treaty with you. Very wrestling. It's very wrestling. Only wrestling can do some dumb shit like this. You keep the treaty with you. Not a copy, but the real treaty on you. Is anybody else surprised when Big Budo Man has a kendo stick, very wrestling, and it lights up with pink fire and it burns the treaty to ash? And Big Budo's whole entire thing is, well, first of all, we're the real, Perfect Chojin. Well, that representative wasn't the real representative, and there's a loophole through this. They are so fucking cartoonishly evil. I was rolling my eyes until we got to the action. I won't lie. Maybe it's because I'm old. I'm getting old. Getting kind of old. Maybe because I'm old. But they're so cartoonishly evil that eventually it starts to loop around and I start to go, all right, I'm into it now. Because there's a Dalmatian dude. There's a dude with big ass tires where his shoulder should be. He reminds me of what's the guy from Street Fighter 5? I forget the guy. I want to say his name's Axel. He's part of the Mad Gear. Who cares? I care, but who cares? There's a guy called Hard Man. Like, are we Mega Man villains at this point? Because the dude just clamps on things. Who else is there? Just like a weird tornado guy. I'm check all my notes out here because I can't remember. But there's a loophole in the treaty and dudes trying to exploit it. You got Tile Man, then Poop Head guy, and then dumb other guy. Budo is able to turn them into humans. He fires another pink beam while holding them down, and they turn human. They're butt ass naked humans. Hold on. Nope. Don't recognize Net2 Man as leader. I called the guy Turbo Man. What's the guy called? Crush Man. Mega Man villains, literally. Where is Mega Man? So Geronimo, remember the guy who I told you shouted and got rid of tornadoes? He jumps up. He's like, don't worry, Mr. Terryman. Senpai, I'm gonna get him. Geronimo, he gets his ass beat. He's trying to hit the guy, and the dude's like, oh, you Seigi Chojin are so inferior. You're weak. That was the part that was getting annoying with me. I hate the redundancies of that shit. But beats his ass. He throws him up. You got the dog biting him. You got the tires screeching him. You got the crushers crushing him. You got the dude with the knife hands, knife drilling him. Can't believe there's a Dalmatian guy. I already said large numbers. And now there's like 5 or 4 robed dudes that aren't fighting. I'm assuming that these are the super duper large numbers. Because I was spoiler for episode 2 review. The one guy goes, they will be enough to fight Terryman. Slight spoiler. Chairman is indeed a dumbass. I have that in my notes. So, was it Special Man and some other man try to jump in? Tire guy shreds the shit out of him. He's the perfect shredder. That's his name. And Terryman's had enough. Now, Chairman doesn't want to fight because like, oh, you're start a war. But Terryman's like, bro, that's what he wants. Like, he shows up, says the treaty's invalid, beats everyone's asses because he's trying to start a war. So here's my thing. Here's my hat. By the way, the chairman has a Kinnikuman head mask, not with the big lips, but with the mask part. His other guy, Butler, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Belvedere, his right hand man, also has that. And just saying, you can't fight, dude. Which Terryman technically shouldn't be able to fight, but he's here. It doesn't matter if he's is he the Krillin? Is he the Krillin in this show? Oh, God. Poor Terryman. But anyway, well, I like Krillin. But still, Terryman's like, I can't stand back any further. Watch my friends get beat up. Jumps in and, hits his ass with a hard-ass forearm. And that's where we cut off for the rest of the show. We're going to get that fight in the next episode. But let's talk about the cut-in. The cut-in, of course, was Terryman, who's 190 centimeters. So he's slightly taller, 5 centimeters taller than Kinnikuman. So Kinnikuman is like 6 foot. I guess he's like 6'1", 6'2". He's 95 kilograms. So Kinnikuman was 198, slowly pushing up to 200. He is probably 202. He's just a little bit taller. Finishers are calf branding, which is a knee, just a straight knee to the back of the head, and the spinning drop toe hold. So yes, episode's a little bit better than the other one. Won't lie. I like how it goes from flashbacks to something we can't show you. Just little parts in here. Now we're setting the groundwork. This is why we showed you that stuff so you can understand why this is happening. Realize there are tons of tournaments in anime, but what else has tons of tournaments? Wrestling. So if you don't like tournaments, what is wrong with you? Tournaments are fun. At least I'm a 90s kid, born in 88. So I'm a 90s kid, so a lot of animes I saw, the tournaments got interrupted. There's very few tournaments that continued, and I cannot wait to make that video, but I won't get into that. This here, 5 rope guys. It's called Seigi Chojin Inferior. Terryman does the elbow. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. It gets the 0.5 because it's your standard setup show, right? But it gets that 0.5 because the action ramps up. It's steadily going up and up. So 3.5. I can't be nice and give this a 4. It's a 3.5. A high 3.5. Not bad. I'm in it. You caught my attention. Let's see. Because Terryman is by himself. Terryman is by himself. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please hit that like button. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one, guys. And hey, Want to support me even further? My Patreon is in the description below. Please be good, be blessed. Take care of yourselves. All right. Stay safe out there. Make sure you drink your water. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. All right. And remember, there are people out there that care about you. Reach out to someone if you're feeling down. And if you see someone that looks like they're having a rough time, don't be afraid to reach out to them. All right. There are people out there that would rather see you and talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I promise you. Want to talk to me? Social media is under the description below. Give me a follow, send me a message. Tell me you came from the Kinnikuman videos. Let me know what you think. All right. But as long as you're not a jerk about it, we'll get along. All right. All right. Until next time. See, last time I ended off by saying muscle, but that's the thing I did for Mashal. So am I gonna have to do something? Am I have to have a new ending for Mashal now? I won't overthinking it. Muscle to the top.